Hey, this is Taylor with Believe in the Run, and I'm here with Chris. He's the head of footwear product design at Arc'teryx. And we have one update for you coming this next year in 2026, which is really exciting. We've loved what we've seen from Arc'teryx and experienced. There's been multiple models that we've really enjoyed this past year, and just excited to see some updates coming. So what do we have coming this next year?
So this model here we have is the Sylon 2. So it's basically, sometimes we do evolutions, sometimes it's revolutions. This is kind of a mix of both.
Okay.
Like aesthetically, it feels like it's going to be an evolution, but we really looked at what's underfoot and sort of dialed in that package. So This one actually has, you have an outer rim and then a supercritical drop-in with a carbon plate.
Okay.
So we've really heard our athletes, and we just want to make the fastest shoe we can for them.
Yeah, and I mean, just the geometry itself in the previous version was enough to make you feel fast and also secure on a lot of different terrain. How do you see that it's going to be a dual density midsole? Mm-hmm. Is that true? So
yeah,
dual
absolutely.
Density, and then you also add a carbon plate. Is that more for propulsive nature? Is it more for stability? A little bit of both?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Primarily, it was designed as a stability element.
Okay.
But we've noticed through testing that when our athletes really get going, it does add a little bit of propulsion, but primarily it was there for stability.
Okay, and so you said there's a softer supercritical EVA inside,
yeah.
And so what's the outer part of the midsole?
So this is also a supercritical process, but it's like a firmer density so that it's going to give you that stability. In our first protos, we tried full supercritical. It just didn't give you the stability the athletes needed. They were asking for more.
Yeah,
so
and I mean, that goes in line with what we experienced too. It was great for that lower technicality of trail, of being able to open up. But yeah, when you got onto that more technical trail, and Arc'teryx is a mountain brand, and so being able to do that is gonna...
Yeah, we really learned from that. The biggest thing about the Sylon 1 was the geometry. It was our first rocker shoe.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for everyone. It was a really great shoe, but a lot of the feedback was maybe dial back the rocker a little bit in the heel. So that's what we focused on geometry-wise for this.
So, but then, I mean, from the forefoot forward, is that fairly similar in terms of experience?
We've looked at improving everything in terms of the fit. So this has got a unique last for it compared to the Sylon 1. We've developed this engineered woven TPU coated upper.
So that's going to, I mean, for comparison's sake, going to be much closer to a matrix style upper than anything else.
It's something that we've developed on our own. We're looking at comparisons with matrix.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
Just to give the athletes something different as well.
Yeah, and something that's been really nice with these types of uppers is that it can map really well to the foot, and also you're not going to bust through this. It's going to keep you secure.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of benefits for something like that. Can you talk about this knit collar?
Yeah, so what we have, a lot of our Arc'teryx shoes is we're looking to keep the debris out, especially if you're racing, you're tracking your time, you don't want to stop to get anything out. So we have this integrated lace garage and then this anti-debris collar. So it all works as one system. And again, removing stitching where we can, so there's no stitching even.
Oh, wow.
Keeping the tongue on. We just have the seam up the heel, and the rest is pretty seamless.
Okay, so then if we flip it over to the bottom, we have a full coverage Vibram. Is this Mega Grip, it's saying? Mega Grip light base. Okay.
And you have this kind of groove, slightly thinner rubber through the forefoot there, so you get a little bit of decoupling.
Okay.
So it's just going to be better on rough terrain.
And does that run through the midsole as well, or just on? Okay.
Yeah, and that's why we also split the plate, so it's a forked plate, so it's going to also allow that kind of torsion in there.
Okay, that's exciting. That's awesome. Because a lot of times when you're adding a plate in there, you don't want to lose the ability to run on technical terrain. So there's many elements.
You want to feel the terrain as well. If it gets kind of numb and dull, you really don't want that.
And to that point, what's the overall stack for this? Because this looks to be in that moderate or mid-stack range.
Yeah, it definitely is. I believe it's, I think it's 2631 or around that time.
Yeah, and is that midsole only, or does that include?
I think that's midsole only.
Okay, great. So we're looking at that lower 30s for overall stack height. Okay, that's awesome. And then one more thing, what's the price point on this one?
Don't quote me. I believe this is around 200.
Okay,
so thereabouts.
Competitive price for a race day option.
Exactly.
Okay, and what athlete do you think would want to pick this shoe up?
You know, the athlete that we've really worked closest with is Jasmine Laufer.
Okay, yep.
She's just such an incredible talent. So she's been with us from day one on this shoe.
Yeah.
And we've tweaked things, a lot on her feedback. We've used all of our run roster to get feedback in this.
Yeah.
We want it to be our fastest shoe, so we want to unlock it for everyone.
Yeah, and fast on the trails doesn't mean throwing a plate in it. It means fast and controlled. There's so many variables.
Yeah,
for
and
trail
confidence
running.
basically will give you that speed.
Yep.
It'll unlock that, and so we really made sure that it's going to be a stable shoe.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Chris, for going through this with us. Sylon 2, something to be excited about from Arc'teryx.
Thank you.